Eleanor the Great is the feature directorial debut of Scarlett Johansson. It is the story of a 94-year-old woman named Eleanor who moves to New York where her family lives after her best friend of 70 years passes away. Her daughter and grandson have their own lives, and it's hard for Eleanor to make new friends. She stumbles into a Holocaust survivor support group and tells the story of her friends surviving the Holocaust, but makes it her own story. There she meets a young college student who wants to do a paper on her story, and a friendship is born from this. June Squibb is amazing in this role, and I love in her mid-90s as the star of a film like this instead of always catering to age demographics. One of the best lines in the film is she is asked what it feels like to be in her 90s, and she replies that she feels the same way she did when she was 19. This woman has so much energy to her, is very independent, and has a life sparkle in her that I don't think will ever go out. Even her grandson quips that she is going to live forever. Yeah, man, she is. Erin Kellyman is the college student she befriends, and she does a good job in her role as well. They are both connected by the loss of someone. Eleanor lost her best friend, and the young woman Nina has recently lost her mom. Their friendship, bond, and mutual care of each other is the heart and soul of this movie. I guess since this is Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut, I should talk about the direction a little bit. It is a nice job for her first time. There are scenes that have a lot of emotion to them, and Johansson makes the wonderful decision to have close-ups of characters' faces to show the emotion they are carrying during the heartfelt moments. There are flashbacks of the whole film showing us Eleanor's best friend when she was alive, telling her Holocaust surviving stories. It gives us nice insight into the closeness of their friendship that they can have this strong of a bond. The problem with that, though, is the film is one note with its symbolism and maintains that note for so long it begins to feel monotonous. The opening section shows the two old lady friends at a store, sitting on a park bench and just enjoying life. The rest of the film begins to get drowned with constant melodrama. There isn't much levity in the film's story. I'm not saying we should quip or make fun of things like the Holocaust or grief, but I could tell that Eleanor has a fun spirit and even a sarcastic side to her. But we don't get to see it as much as I'd like to add moments of sweet humanity to what is a story about grief. I can't help but compare this film to A Real Pain because the themes of grief and Jewish undertones are all over both pictures. In A Real Pain, I cared so much more about the grief Kieran Culkin was going through because it was a great blend of sentimentality with his religious background and grief, but also had moments where he was just trying to have fun in life. I don't see that in this film enough. The young student is dealing with the loss of her mom, as I said, and her dad, who is a news reporter, never talks to his daughter about it at all. I like the idea that we all handle grief differently. That's the whole reason I started this channel in the first place, to help the grief of losing my mother last year. But I also know that some people act bombastic in fun but melancholic ways when they are grieving, and I'm not seeing that here. It's just dour in every periphery surrounding the relationship between the young lady and older woman. The same applies to Eleanor's daughter. She is completely one note. They tease her dating men again or something like that, and a few basic things that are surface level. The only true identifiable trait is her daughter wants to get her mom in a retirement home. There isn't any true bonding between the two until the very end of the film. Same with the young woman and her dad. There is no resolution to the conflicts of theirs, which are barely sketched to begin with until they are rushed at the end of the film. This picture is too concerned with the relationship between these two women, and the one between Eleanor and her Holocaust survivor friend. And I wouldn't mind that, but when elements are introduced and just sort of dropped, or just lie there, it feels like it's a script that is half-baked and is focusing on its symbolism more than its characters. I think what I'm saying is I think the film could have been a work of magic potentially if it had been about 20 or 30 minutes longer and given us more layers to add to everyone instead of just feeling like it's linear and about only one thing, the message of the film instead of the characters. There is a culmination involving a bar mitzvah that was a little too convenient to have people there who probably shouldn't have been, and the film does not explore how Eleanor lying about her heritage could truly hurt people who either lived that or know people who did. But that's because it becomes more about grief, so it makes the consequences as light as a feather in order to make us feel good. But I will say that I do slightly recommend this movie because of the two lead women and their relationship with each other. Everyone around them is written sloppily to say the least, but their friendship left an impression on me. And I also really liked the last 10 or so minutes of the film quite a lot. So even though this is a mixed bag movie for me, I liked it enough that I think people should see it. I had to find it at an art house, and that makes me so mad because this movie is better than most of the films the chain theaters are showing right now. Except one battle after another, of course. Go see that film first, then this one. I wish independent films got more care where I live, but that's a discussion for another time. Support this film if you like independent movies and if you like pictures that just make you feel good. I give Eleanor the Great a very marginal 3 stars out of 4. The performance of June Squibb elevates generic material into a sweet little film, and Scarlett Johansson I think is off to a decent start, and hopefully next time she finds a script that is as strong as her passion to direct. And that is my review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Here's links to my other videos. Follow me on social media if you like. And until next time, I am Ghost.